Hello to all our friends at Real Estate, and today we have the pleasure of interviewing Mr. and Mrs. Body, who, thanks to the collaboration with our group, have recently purchased the enchanting property known as Quiete, located in the beautiful countryside surrounding the Umbrian town of Orvieto. So welcome to our interview, Mr. and Mrs. Body. And you may ask, where do you come from and what is your job?
Well, originally when we were in UK, we lived to the southwest of the city of Salisbury, which is in the southwest of England. So we used to live in a place called the Chalk Valley, which is an area of outstanding natural beauty. And we lived in a 365-year-old house.
Grade 2 listed.
A grade 2 listed house with a thatched roof, so a straw roof. And it was a beautiful house. It is a beautiful house. But having lived in it for 20 years, we felt we were ready for a bit of a change. So we have swapped a very old house for a very new house.
Yes.
Okay.
And my job, I'm a director of a telecommunications company.
And I'm a teacher.
Okay. Okay, great. When did you decide to purchase a property in Italy and why? So why, you already said why.
Well, yes, I think we'd always had in our medium to long term plan a move to Italy at some stage. And we started looking last autumn.
Seriously, yeah. Well, it was before then.
Yeah.
In the spring.
Sophie started looking at houses, thinking that I would resist. But,
so really looking at different houses on your online internet brochure bits and pieces, and just really thinking about what we were really aiming for.
Yeah, I think the first problem was working out exactly what it was that we wanted to buy. But we went into a detailed analysis session, looked at a number of houses online and drew up a short list of houses that we wanted to come and have a look at.
But also answering your question, why then, probably because of a lot to do with COVID, because James found out he could work anywhere. So we didn't need to be at home in England. And he knew that he could work in Italy, abroad.
Yeah, I can work anywhere where I've got good internet connectivity.
Yeah. Okay, I understand. And before buying your new country home, did you know the Umbrian region and Orvieto countryside already?
A little bit, because we've been here on holiday a few times. But there's still quite a bit to explore. But we knew the food was delicious, the culture and the history is amazing, and the people are lovely. So yeah, we knew we'd sort of centred on Umbria.
Yeah, interestingly, the Orvieto bit in the southwest of Umbria was one bit of Umbria that we hadn't explored before. So we knew the rest of Umbria quite well, but not Orvieto.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, it's a really beautiful area, I think. And how did you get to know the Real Estate Group and Alice Giacomo, your trusted real estate consultant?
Well, we drew up a list of properties, one or two of which were with great estates. Freudian slip. There was another property that we looked at online and we thought it's absolutely super, and that was our number one choice. We went to see that, but when we arrived, it turned out to be not quite as good as we thought it would be. It was built about 30 years ago. It was a very advanced designer home, But unfortunately, it had not been maintained particularly well. So whilst the building was physically striking, it was clear that we would have to do quite a lot of work on it.
Didn't want the work, no.
And so we immediately went onto our reserve list, and Quiete was number one on the reserve list. And the funny thing is that we arrived here, it was raining, and within 5 minutes of arriving here, we knew that it was the right place because the whole house is immaculate. Everything is working, everything is beautiful. So
yes, I think if you love a house when it's slightly cloudy and not your typical Italian summer's day, and it's raining and it's slightly cooler, it's a good day to fall in love with the house, because then you'll love it even more, as we do now in the height of the summer season.
Yeah, it's true. It's true. So, and taking a step back, we know that Alice brought to your attention about 20 properties that were advertised on our website and that might be suitable for you. But however, you decide only to visit Quiete. May we ask you why?
I think there are only two that really met all of our requirements. We wanted a more modern house, and the majority of the houses were really quite old. So we immediately rejected those. And Quiete was our number one house. Oh, and we had a discussion with Alice, and she dissuaded us actually from having a look at the other one after she found out exactly what we were looking for. So she very quickly got a very good understanding of what we were looking for, and said, yeah, you must go and see Quiete, even though it is a little bit outside of your target area because it's right on the border of Umbria. She said, yeah, you must go and look at this house. It is what you're looking for. And she was right.
Great. And did you have the chance to meet and get to know the previous owners of Quiete?
No, certainly not.
No. We found out quite a lot about her, which was nice.
Yes.
And lots of communication through Alice.
And the other great estate agent. So yeah, we were able to find out all the information that we needed quite quickly. Buying a house in the middle of a COVID pandemic is difficult, and so we actually decided to buy the house after just one short visit, which I think even Alice was quite surprised at. Yeah, and then I came back a little bit later to do a follow-up visit without Sophie. But no, we only had 2 visits. It's all we could do because of the COVID pandemic. And then everything else was done through Alice and our Italian lawyer. And our dog loves it too. So I don't know whether you can see that. Our dog is just breathing. His Italian chicken toy. He's a very, very happy dog.
And it's already destroyed.
Yeah.
Okay. And talking now about the negotiation, would you like to tell us how it was?
Sorry,
say
that again.
Say that again.
Okay, talking now about the negotiation, would you like to tell us how it was?
Okay. Well, one striking thing is that the negotiation process is very different in Italy when compared with the UK process. In many ways, I think it's better. I mean, the 3-stage process we found comparatively straightforward, but only because we had Alice managing the process, and we had John Domenico, our excellent Italian lawyer handling the legal side. So we actually didn't have very much to do because Gian Domenico and Alice handled most of the tricky stuff.
So they worked together really well. Yeah, communicated with us a lot. Although we weren't in the country, it was fine.
Yeah, and doing the signing was a little bit tricky again because of the pandemic. So we had to set up a power of attorney so that Gian Domenico could sign on our behalf when we were still back in the UK. But that worked fine. There were some relatively complicated bits of bureaucracy to deal with, but with the help of Alice and Gian Domenico, we got through that fine.
Okay, thank you.
Oh, and something else that Alice helped with, which again, one would not expect a UK agent to go that far, was that she helped me to find an apartment before Christmas so that I could register for my residency before the end of the Brexit deadline. And that was hugely useful for us. If she had not have helped us, I would not have got my Italian residency before the Brexit deadline. So we have to thank Alice for that as well.
Okay. Yes, that's good. So you already said something about Alice's advice, but what is your opinion of her advice? And how would you rate the assistance and support you received from her?
I think we were hugely impressed,
Very impressed,
with Alice. She got to know us extremely quickly, and she is a brilliant communicator.
Definitely.
And very good at fixing things, sometimes very difficult things. So things to do with the survey where there may have been some bits and pieces that weren't quite right, she sorted them out.
Okay.
And always able to communicate with us at any time of day, which was really good.
Yeah, she always had time for us, which is appreciated. And just knowing that Alice was there at the end of a WhatsApp call just made everything a lot easier.
Okay, thank you.
If by now you don't know that I'm a fully signed up member of the Alice fan club, then there's something wrong. Yeah, Alice is brilliant, and for people watching this video, if you need to buy a house in Umbria, you cannot do better than to find Alice. Really.
Really nice words. And so we came to the end of our interview. Last question. Would you recommend Great Estate to other international clients who, as you did, want to purchase a prestigious property in Italy? And if so, why?
Well, I certainly would. And in fact, I've got a friend, Alistair, who, having seen what we've managed to buy out here in Umbria, he's very keen also to buy in Umbria. So we'll pass his details on to Alice, see whether she can sell a house to Alistair as well.
Yes.
Okay, you already did. You already recommend Great Estate.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, the quality of the service has been absolutely impeccable. Yeah, and with all the complications of Brexit, COVID, and Italian bureaucracy, which is very different to UK. She managed to take us through all of those hurdles with no problems at all.
Okay. Great. We have come to the end of our interview. And on behalf of the World Great Estate Group, I would like to thank Mr. and Mrs. Body for their time and for giving us the opportunity to offer them our best services. So see you at the next interview, and a warm greeting from Great Estate team. Bye bye.
Bye.